I know what you're thinking. Okay, so I have a manga to share with you today, but I need you to do something for me. I need you to be me, okay? You are an American in 2023. Okay, I know this sounds awful, but bear with me. This is you, okay? This is you. You are an American that likes McDonald's. So what's your first thought when I say the word school? As an American that likes McDonald's. Sloppy Joes. Of course, Sloppy Joes are delicious. You're a fat that likes McDonald's. Of course you're gonna be thinking about Sloppy Joes. So what's the second thing you think about when you hear the word school as an American in 2023 that likes McDonald's? School shootings. Of course. It's on the news all the time. Whenever you hear the word school, it's either death or shootings. Anything ever positive comes from a school. So imagine my shock when I see this. A bunch of teachers with their kids with guns. And the title is Kindergarten Wars. So this is the future that Republicans want. There's nothing more American than giving people guns and having politicians shoot each other. We need to go back to this time where politicians actively start duels and they hashed out their differences, not via words, but with violence and death. So if we bring that back, I think like America would succeed once again. But we're not here to talk about the controversy of school shootings and This is Kindergarten Wars. Kindergarten Noir is a private school that caters to the kids from the 1%. This is the child of Elon Musk, the child of Jeff Bezos, the child of Mark Zuckerberg, and the child of Chibi Reviews, the elite of the world. And the teachers are all criminals. Main character, Rita Senpai, is an assassin. She looks just like every single female lawyer archetype, cake mommy, 27-year-old lonely, MILF but not really a mom, girl that wants to find love but can't because she's overworked. Basically the average salary woman in Japan, apparently. This is the average salary man, but salary men do not make good protagonists to sell to other men, so we had to make her a woman. And this is way more relatable because she's a woman. So why I'm reading this manga is that one, the art style is cute, and two, it is a manga edited by the Chad Shihei Lin, who is responsible for giving Fujimoto a job and for making Spy X Family a huge success. He is responsible for two of the biggest bestsellers in Jump right now, Spy X Family and Chainsaw Man. And then I guess there's Da Da Dan Dan, but no one really cares about Da Dan Dan yet. Also, he was the winner of the Shonen Jump reality show. Remember that reality show video I did a long time ago? Yeah, the person that won, Naoki Fujita, his manga, Beat in Motion, I've been actually reading that, and it's really good. And it's not because the girl's cute, but it's like 60% of the reason why I'm reading it. I like it because it's like, you know, it's one of those, like, you know how Oscar movies reward Best Picture to movies that are about making movies? This is the same thing. It's about a manga about making art. So it's like a good manga for, like, if you're a Twitter artist, you'll probably relate to this sort of thing. To anyone else, it's kind of like whatever. But I think it's fun. But yeah, I read the first 9 chapters that are on Manga Plus as of the day before Pride Month. A really brief summary. Tampopo here, which is Dandelion, she is an assassin. She has one gimmick in her life. She wants to find a hot guy. And there's a lot of these chapters kind of start the same. We have a random assassin doing assassin things, killing people, and he's been asked to assassinate a child from this kindergarten. A child? I could do this. I'm a professional. This is child's play. The problem is, Rita Senpai here is the best assassin ever, and so she can literally deflect sniper rounds. It's not a 50 cal, but like sniper shots with a fucking trowel. That's a freaking strong ass trowel to stop bullets. But yeah, the art's okay. I won't say it's the best art I've ever seen. Usually it goes like this. Rita confronts the assassin, and then she asks questions. However, this fucking bitch likes horoscopes. Now, I'll never understand horoscopes to save my life. Okay, if you talked about waifus, I would gladly be able to share in that conversation. But if you talk about your fucking horoscopes, I ain't know shit. That's the only flaw I have as a person, is that I know nothing about horoscopes, which is why I'll never get a girlfriend at this rate. Because every single girl I've talked to fucking talks about horoscopes. I don't understand. What is this shit? Okay? Let's talk about zodiacs. All right? What's your zodiac? And anyway, her gimmick, her gag, because this is a gag manga, their main gag for her is that every time she sees a hot guy, which is usually an assassin, she falls in love because she's desperate for a man. And she has a very specific type. And it's really funny. You know, all the assassins are like, she fell in love with me. I could take advantage of this. And then she asks like a really personal question that's very important. when it comes to finding a man. What do you do when the movie credit starts rolling? Now, obviously, most people are gonna leave because they're assholes. But the real Chads stay and watch every single credit to make sure that everybody that made the movie is properly credited. And he says no, and then she kills him because obviously she falls under the ladder because she's a Chad. A bit extreme, you know, that's not how dates work. Usually you gotta compromise. You don't strictly just shoot your date if it goes bad. Lots of people fucking die in this school. So yeah, basically this entire manga is about an assassin who works at a school and her job is to prevent school shootings by shooting them first. And then there's like this whole backstory lore about the principal who is in a maid outfit for some reason. You can see the influence of Chainsaw Man and Spy X Family in this manga. It's more, I feel like it's more in the line of Spy X Family than it was Chainsaw Man. The absurdity of Chainsaw Man is there, but this definitely falls into the Spy X Family influence. It's the world's safest kindergarten because our teachers are armed. The world's safest kindergarten, according to Republicans. Chapter 2 is basically the same thing, the same gag. Tell me this is not the guy from Spy X Family, but this time the guy's blonde. They try her best. She kills him. Anyway, this chapter only serves to exist to introduce our new guy, Doug, where he solves problems that no one has. Anyway, chapter 3 is about Doug. Doug's a swindler. He's a handsome guy. And you'd think, well, Rita-senpai would fall in love with him. He's hot. He has a mole on his head. He has a mole. Moles are hot.
Mole! Bloody mole!
She does like him, but he's an asshole because he swindled her once. Eventually, this is about Doug. Doug gets kidnapped. You know, he gave his backstory. He doesn't want to be alone anymore. And then Rita saves him. Of course, Rita saves him because she's awesome. After Rita saves him, basically he falls in love with her. Or, I mean, I'd recommend reading the manga because the manga is fun. More like a straightforward story so far of gags. But yeah, so Doug falls in love with Rita because Rita's cute. Makes sense. Once again, the same gag. I mean, if you don't like this gag of her, like, ruining any chance she has because the guy she likes just has a shit personality, I mean, you probably won't really enjoy this manga because that's literally like this whole manga's gimmick. So anyway, we get a new girl. She's a terrorist, literal terrorist. And this is our first, like, arc, I guess. This girl has a brother. Her brother's hot. So already that's enough for our main girl, Rita, and to get the jealousy of Doug. So we gotta save her brother. Her brother must be saved because he's hot. Remember, a lot of the bullets, they are easily deflected by metal. And all the kids are just unaware that they're being shot at. They brought a fucking helicopter to shoot up a school. So we are at the absurdity of this point. And it's cool. It's chill. You know, all the kids are just, you know, kids will be kids. So they go to try to save her brother. Things happen. Bad stuff happen. You know, Rita, you know, there is a moment where Rita kind of sacrifices her life and almost dies. And as we keep going, there is like a twist with Hana and her family. And then there's like a downer moral. People are going to die. And then Rita comes back. She has her heroic moment. She saves everybody. And then Doug like fucking pats her head. And it's really cute. And it looks like their relationship's going to blossom. But, you know, she don't like him like that. She only likes him as a friend. While he likes her like that. It's kind of cute. And yeah. I mean, I could keep going. I don't want to spoil anymore. Because honestly, like, this part was kind of fun to read. But yeah, that is Kindergarten Wars. At least the first 9 chapters. I think there's potential in a Spy X Family sense. It does follow the same comedic tropes of Spy X Family. Whether you like that or not. I don't want to say it's bad or good. I say it's like it's a nice read. So as a review, I think it's fun. I think the main girl's cute. I think the relationship between Doug and Rita is kind of cute, although a bit standard and generic. I don't think it's as good as Spy X Family, and I don't like to make that comparison, but the influence is obviously there. What makes Spy X Family work is that there's an Anya. You have a character where you can see from her point of view. So we have a POV character in Anya, and like she's like, oh man, everything's excited. She's excited about everything, and you can relate to that. This one has a caricature in Rita, and then we have Doug, who's supposed to be the straight man. He's supposed to be the POV character for us, but he's not that interesting. And Rita is kind of just a static, one-sided character, generic. She has a cool backstory if they ever get into it, but I think the manga is expecting you to like really invest in their relationship, but right now they're kind of boring. So That's how I feel while I was reading this. Yeah, I mean, is it a banger? No. I don't think this will hit. Because this does fall into the vein of Assassin's Classroom and maybe Sakamoto Days, so it could be an interesting gag manga. But right now, there isn't much. Like, there's not much. You do have to suspend your disbelief because it does take place in a kindergarten, and a lot of the jokes are is kind of slapstick. So it's not very clever. But I imagine if it can get more clever. But it might take a while. And by then, I don't know how long it will last. Would it get canceled? It might get canceled, to be quite honest. But, I mean, the art style is cute. And I think it's, as a first manga, it's pretty decent. So, yeah. That was Kindergarten Wars. I mean, you can read it now for free on Manga Plus. You don't need an account. And I believe they release in batches. But yeah. If you read this manga, what do you think about it? Do you like it? And if you like this video, don't forget to like the video. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Anyway, I hope you have a good day. Okay, bye.
100円ください。